No matter if I'm in America, no matter if I'm in Jamaica, my mental goes wherever I go. Like I hit my toe or whatever, they like hush, and I'm like, excuse me, what you mean hush? I hurt myself. So what you mean hush? Where'd you go? Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another YouTube video today. How does it feel living in another country? How do you deal with the feelings? How do you overcome certain things? So one of the first things that you deal with when you move to another country is feeling alone. The loneliness starts to really creep in. You feel like you're by yourself, especially if you move to a place where you have no family, or even if you know maybe like one or two people, you still have those moments where you just feel alone. How to overcome that feeling of being alone for myself, I started going out by myself, doing things by myself. Instead of acting like it didn't exist and acting like I was okay, I started to admit to myself like I am feeling some type of way. I am lonely, even though I have friends here. Dang, I need some human interaction. Sometimes you may not be able to hang out with people because you don't know that many people. You don't have a lot of people to hang out with. The loneliness is something that creeps up, but you just have to attack it when it comes. If you don't attack it head first, it will continue to haunt you and make you feel like you're not supposed to be where you are, which you are supposed to be wherever you are. Really address like, I'm feeling lonely today. What am I going to do to make myself feel okay? For me, I go to the beach. Sometimes I go out and club by myself. I just try to do things by myself and embrace the feeling instead of acting like the feeling is not there. Personally, that's what I do, and I think that it will be good for you to do that because, you know, sometimes I come out in nature. I maybe like pick stuff off trees. I take a walk. I do things to help me just stay balanced, you know? What's that? You know, some days I call my family to feel connected. Sometimes I call friends. I FaceTime family. I FaceTime friends. And even though we're not physically there, it makes me feel like I'm still connected to them in some way. If you know me, you know I am hot natured. So filming outside is something I have to get used to because I be sweating every 5 seconds. As far as loneliness, that's how you know, address it. Next thing that will happen when you're living in another country is you may feel like you don't belong. You may feel like I don't speak their language. I don't understand certain dialogues. I don't understand certain things. You're always probably going to feel like an outcast. Being an outcast is not necessarily a bad thing, because at the end of the day, you're learning more about another culture. You're learning more about yourself. You're learning more about how you adapt to certain things. So I don't want to necessarily say that it's a total like bad thing when it comes to being in a country that you may not, you know, understand the language and certain things like that. I feel like it's a learning process and it's something that's beautiful. And the thing is, when you start to meet friends and meet people, then you both can learn from each other. Like I learn from my friends every day and they learn from me, you know, when I'm with some of them. It's certain things that we may be like, for example, here they say hush. You know, where I'm from, if you say hush, that means like be quiet. But when they say hush, it means like it's okay, like hush little baby, don't you cry. So like if I'm talking to my friends and like I hit my toe or whatever, they like hush, and I'm like, excuse me, what you mean hush? I hurt myself. So what you mean hush? And then like they explain to me like that doesn't necessarily mean like hush. It means like it's okay, it's okay, like it's not nothing to like fret about, you'll be okay. So it's like certain things like that, like, you know, it helps you to understand the culture, understand each other, and it's a beautiful experience. And I listen and I try to understand and just know that at the end of the day I'm here for a reason. Just fight past that feeling, and instead of letting it make you feel completely like an outcast, allow it to embrace you, like embrace that journey and say like, oh, okay, well, I have the opportunity to learn about a new culture. I have the opportunity to be around people who may not speak like me. You know, you just have the opportunity to learn more. So instead of looking at it as a negative thing, embrace it as much as possible because it is a blessing, honestly. You know, another thing I would say that, you know, you may have to adjust to, which kind of like aligns with the first thing that I just said, is understanding that certain terms and, certain things may not mean the same. And just also understanding a different culture. For instance, I told you when they say hush, it doesn't mean it like that. Certain terms that you may say, like we say, like dang, back at home we'll be like, dang, he can swim like a fish. But then if you say that here, that means that you're referring to someone who may be homosexual. So it's just finding that fine line and that middle ground to understand that you can't talk the same way about certain things that you will speak on back in your country. You just have to adapt and like learn what you can, because you don't want to be the one telling somebody they a fish, or learn you swim like a fish, and then that offends them, and then now they're at your neck because you just didn't really, even if you heard about it, you didn't really soak it all in. You're going to have moments where you don't understand certain slangs, you may not understand certain terms, and you might speak out of turn. The more you learn about certain things, I feel like you should be like a kid. Like you should bring your inner kid out and soak as much as you can and get the best out of the situation and soak in as much knowledge as you can so that you can apply it to your everyday life when you're living in that country. Another thing that you have to get used to is currency. Just understanding the money of the place that you're in. It takes a while. Everybody's money is different. Understanding that you may get charged international fees from your bank depending on where you reside. For me, it's been a breeze because now I have a better understanding of how their money works. It's a journey because I feel like I learn new things every day. When all fails, pull out the Google currency little converter. If you on Google, you will be fine. Like if you go on Google and you type in your currency into whatever their currency is or vice versa, like you'll be fine. So as far as currency, I would say use your phone as much as you can until you get it down pat. I still use my phone to this day because I just want to make sure that the rate is not too crazy, and just understanding different rates is something that you get used to. But I would just say embrace the journey as much as you can. I know I keep using that word embrace, but I keep saying embrace because you have to just understand that this is an experience that a lot of people may not get, and it's an experience that a lot of us can get. But I know that fear stops a lot of us from really taking that leap and really stepping out and saying, hey, I'm gonna move to another country, even if it's for 6 months, even if it's for 8 months, even if it's for 2 months. The journey is beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. Even if you don't get the opportunity to do it for long term, just take that leap of faith and just step out and go somewhere. Y'all know I currently am in Jamaica, so it's just a beautiful space. Of course, every country has its pros and its cons. Nobody country is perfect, and I feel like I have a lot of friends and a lot of people tell me, well, how do you adapt? How do you do this? How do you stay there? Why do you stay there? I feel like this was ordained. All the things that I went through prior to me getting here, all of the situations that I had been put in, and I'm proud of myself for just still sticking strong and really being here and learning more about myself. Since I've been here, I've learned so much about the strength that is deep inside of me and the strength that I've unlocked through this situation and through being here. I'm proud of myself. I never thought that in a million years I would be able to do something like this. You'll shock yourself by the strength and bravery that you display within certain situations. I never thought that I would be here this long, actually enjoying myself, being on my own, because of course you can't depend solely on other people. You have to also keep your own identity. So it's like, even though I have friends here, I don't really see people like that all the time. I don't really hang with people every day. I still have people who I can call on that I know that can make sure that I'm okay. I still have family that I love, but it's like, you create your own identity and you create this whole new life. And I think at one point I felt a little bad where I was confused, because I feel like I live one life in America and I live one life here, but it's like the same life. But at the end of the day, no matter if I'm in America, no matter if I'm in Jamaica, my mental goes wherever I go. So that's just for you guys, wherever you are mentally in the country that you currently reside in, you will have that same feeling, even if it happens a day after being there or a month after being there. You cannot escape your mind. So if you're trying to run from something, it will eventually catch up with you in that place that you think is going to bring you so much peace. But if you don't have peace within, if you don't have peace in your mind, if you don't want to seek peace within your soul and within yourself, no matter what country you're in, you're going to always be in that state of mind. Because whether you are in a place where you have more money, or when you're in a place where you have to be a little bit more minimal, you know, you're still going to have that same mindset. A person that is rich, they're going to have the same mindset whether they're rich or poor, because it's a mindset. So if you're a person that is this way before money, you'll be that person after money. So no matter what country you go to, you're going to be who you are. Even if you try to reinvent yourself and redefine and recreate who you are, eventually you'll end up getting back to that same space that you were running from. So I would just say, when you're in that space of trying to learn more about yourself and really grow and really step out on faith and change things within your life personally, you just have to really sit with yourself and whatever you believe in. Me is God, and I know that it's more work that needs to be done. It's more things that I need to do like this, as far as getting in nature, really sitting and talking to God and figuring out my purpose and what am I supposed to do while I'm here. If you don't sit down and have that type of conversation with your higher source and whatever higher power you believe in, I feel that you'll always be chasing something instead of really finding peace. So if you've been thinking about just moving to another country because you're just depressed, yes, it may clear up that depression that first time that you step off that plane, and when you get into that hotel, and then the first week you may be okay, but then week 3 you might start to feel that you feel the same way you felt when you were in the other country. So just deal with the things that you are dealing with and not try to hide them through traveling, and actually try to face them head on and find out how can you do that. Because no matter what happens, you'll keep hitting the same brick wall, whether you're in Jamaica, whether you're in Russia, no matter if you're in Canada, no matter wherever you are, Germany, you're going to Dubai, it don't matter, you're still going to feel empty if you felt empty in America. It does not wash your pain and everything away. It'll clear it for a little bit, but eventually you're going to feel that way that you felt when you were in your country. So when you're doing this, have a clear, open mind and heart. Be vulnerable throughout the process. Be thankful. Show as much gratitude as you can each and every day. Put God first, or whatever higher source you believe in, and really try to learn more about yourself out of the normal space that you're used to, out of your environment that you've adapted to. It's going to be pieces of you that shed through this process, but understand that this process is worth it. It's important, and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to find yourself, and you deserve a shot at peace and a good life. So if someone told you that, oh, you can't move to another country, if someone told you that, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, do not let that stop you, and understand that I am walking proof of the fact of you can step out on faith and go and experience life in another way. Even with all the odds that was up against me, even through all the embarrassment that I went through in certain situations, even after people tried to say this and that about me, after people said I'm here because of this and that and blah 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 blah, and people talking about me not knowing that I know what's going on. No matter what goes on, at the end of the day, stay true to who you are, stay true to the person that you are trying to become, and always try to put God first and put your higher source first throughout everything, because that's the only person that you can turn to. Even when you make friends in other countries and you do all this stuff, you think people have your best interests. You don't know. You don't know people's intentions. People don't really reveal their intentions to you off jump. You have to be wise enough to listen to what people are saying, and listen to what people are not saying, and understanding that there is hidden messages in things that people don't say and things that people do say. So just use wisdom when you're out here. Use wisdom when you're going out and you're learning more about different cultures, and just understand that you're where you are for a reason, and never question where you are right now. God has a plan for your life, and I just hope that this video helps you seek that peace and happiness that you so deserve. But yeah, y'all, just understand that you're gonna go through stuff, you're gonna feel a certain type of way, but just keep pushing, and you're not alone. You're not alone. And so many people like you and I that are here in these countries and feel isolated, feel like, what's going on, but it's a part of the journey, and it's helping me personally, and I would never take this experience back for anything in the world. So yeah, y'all, I'm hot. If y'all saw me sweating the whole video, my bad. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to probably be doing more videos like this. Comment down below if you enjoyed this. Comment down below what videos you would like to see. And thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. And yeah, y'all, if you're thinking about moving to another country, you know, always feel free. I have the open door policy. Reach out to me on IG, ishine_bright on IG and Twitter. I shine with 2 E's _bright on TikTok. You have so many platforms and ways to reach out to me. I try to get back to comments as much as I can, but it may take me some days, but I always respond. I really do. I always respond, because at the end of the day, I'm not too busy to respond. I'm always respond from now until the end of this. Yeah, not the end of it like that, but yeah. But thank you so much for liking. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm out of this thing, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.